Right, in this video we will introduce to you how to create our worksheets. Now this is a temporary solutions until we are able to completely master a complete system of what CCE should be about. Okay, so for now, before we manage to come up with the system, we will simply just inform the teacher. We'll just give the teacher some goals, and during the lesson the teacher only needs to fulfill the goals. Okay, simple as that. So I'm sure that by now you should have watched the previous two videos. Where the first video we have talked about how we actually arrange our algebra worksheet, which is very close to what we want this time, and secondly it's how to do progressive worksheets. Okay, so first of all, in order to be able to create the worksheets, we will tell you what are the topics, okay, that is going to we need your help to look into. Okay, it could be, just to give you an example, primary 6 speed, or maybe primary 3 division, or maybe let's say primary 4 fractions. Okay, now okay, you can go to the mind map you can go to a mind map to actually you have to go to a mind map, sorry, to actually go and have a look of what each of this topic is about. Okay, because this mind map would have tell you what the previous if they are primary 3, this mind map is going to tell you in primary 2 what they have learned, and in primary 5 what they will be learning in the future. So okay, we only need to focus on that year, what will they need to learn that year. Okay, so that will be only our focus. So yeah, so first of all, we will inform you of the topic. So the first thing you need to do is to do research. Okay, now to do the research, it will be best to go look into some of the test paper. Okay, now I'm talking about okay, there are a few types of research. So okay, first of all, research on the concept. Okay, this concept, and secondly, research on the okay, apart from concept, okay, so let me go through what exactly do I mean by concept. Okay, concept is like, let's say for speed. Okay, the concept are, for example, they must know that the relationship between distance, speed, and time. Okay, they need to know the relationship. Okay, so next, okay, distance, speed, and time, they have to know how to convert. Okay, and afterwards, yeah, basically this okay, maybe speed is not a good thing. Let me think a while. Okay, yeah, the concept that was told on the 2007 PSL primary school science guide is that, yeah, it's just the students need to know the difference between distance, time, and speed, and conversion between those two. Okay, and they have to touch on things like kilometer per hour and meter per minute, etc. Okay, and now these are only the and also they need to know 3 steps problems. Okay, now these are what is being written on the test paper, but if you these are what is written on the PSLE study guide. But if you are going to read it in more details, you'll find out that knowing this are not enough at all. Okay, so not only we need to research on the concepts, we need to look at more things in which the students need to know. Okay, so we will call this let me see. Okay, great. We will call this topic skills. Okay, so now what are these topic skills? Now if you look at the test papers and the workbooks, you will realize that the students first a few skills, there are a few more skills that the students need to learn. Like for instance, some of the questions says that he traveled for 90 minutes and for a distance of 30 kilometers. So they will ask you what is the speed. Okay, now in order to find the speed, first of all you need to convert 90 minutes into 1.5 hours. So it will be, speed will be 30 divided by 1.5. okay, so the skills that one of the they needs to know is the conversion. Alright, and what else there is? Okay, so if you look at some of the word problems, which I will include in a simple text file along with this video, okay, it's some of the word problems are very complicated. So I give you an example. Okay, there are a few different types of word problems. Okay, like the first word problems is, okay, let me just work on the word problems and pause this video and work on the word problems first. Okay, yep. From now on, let us just go to the focus more on the topic skills. Okay, now so here are a list of questions involving the topic speed. Okay, so first of all, you can see that this is a very general questions on rates. So if 12 taps flowing at the same rate can fill a pool in 1 hour, how long will it take 5 taps to fill the same pool? So yeah, 12 taps in 1 hour, so very simple. So we find out 1 tap how long it will take, and just find out how 5 taps how long it will take. So this question is not really related to speed, but yeah, it could be a side topic. Okay, which if there is such case, I will just inform you beforehand. So now, oh no, something is happening. Okay, so for the first question, okay, so now for speed, well, there seems to be very complicated and many different kinds of questions, but if you really analyze all the questions from the usual test papers, you'll realize that we can actually generalize them into actually only 5 types. Okay, yes, there is actually 5 or 6, I can't remember. Okay, there's 2 more types which perhaps when the time comes, I would ask for your help to actually do it. So just a quick explanation. So the first one, okay, so we will have to divide the whole speed into 2 parts. So find out the first part for the first 9 hours, and then find for the second part of 5 hours. Okay, the distance. So afterwards we will just add them up together, we will get the answer. Okay, so for this type of question, there could be a few variation. Okay, like instead of given hours to find the distance, they could give you the distance. Oops. Okay, yes, there could be variation that instead of giving you the time, asking you to find distance, they could give you the distance. Oh no, it's okay, let me just, okay, so yes, okay, so of course, like I mentioned, we need 2 variation of each question. So the first variation is going to be this straightforward. Okay, I have another phone call. Okay, now hopefully everything will be smooth. Okay, so yeah, so this can be one variation. Remember, you're going to look at the progressive worksheet. So this can be one variation, and afterwards, yeah, we need another variation as well. So this variation could be given the time, and we need to find the distance. Okay, and the other way could be given the distance and we need to find the time or speed, etc. Okay, so number 2 will start to be starts to get very complicated. Okay, now just a quick explanation of what to do. So usually for this question we will do it in the speed timeline. Okay, so A and B is 90 kilometers apart. Okay, Ray runs from A to B at an average speed of 8 kilometers per hour. At the same time, Ahmad runs from B to A at an average speed of 10 kilometers per hour. So how far will each of them have run when they meet along the way? So for the first time, maybe even for yourself, when you look at this question, you might find it extremely complicated. So even for most of the students, so we have to ensure that we have taught the student this question. So that is where your research come in. Okay, you must find out all the questions type that the students need to know, so that we are able to best prepare them. In fact, such questions has come out quite often in examination, and all the questions are only limited in a few spectrum. So basically 8 kilometers per hour means in 1 hour he can travel 8 kilometers. Okay, and from B, 1 hour he can travel 10 kilometers. Right, so that means if you look carefully, in 1 hour both can travel 18 kilometers. So to find out when will they be able to hit the 90 kilometers mark, all we need to do is get 19 divided by 18. Okay, and the answer is 5. So it takes 5 hours. That's the answer, simple as that. So for number 3, things will start to get complicated. Let me see. Okay, once again we will need to use the speed time graph for that. Car A was traveling from X and car B was at Y, which was X, Y 270. Okay, car at 8 a.m. car A started to travel to town Y, okay, and B started to travel to town X. The two cars pass each other at 9:30. Okay, if the average speed of A was 64 kilometers per hour. Okay, so what was the average speed of B? So this question is going to be very simple. So we know that they meet each other at 9:30, so which is 1.5 hours. So basically 64, okay, to find the distance it will be 64 times 1.5, which is 32. Okay, 96. So from here to here the distance is 96. Okay, so afterwards from here to here is 96, so we take 270 minus 96 to get the distance between here and here. And we know, since we know that it's also 1.5 hours, okay, so we will be able to find the average speed easier. So afterwards, the fourth kind of questions is it's a little bit different. Okay, so basically once the students need to know all these types, okay, and if they know it during examination, they will be done well, be able to done well. So go back to, okay, so these are the topic skills that they have. In fact, for circles we divide it in such a way. Okay, this is for circles. So for the very first first topic, they will learn what is pi, and basically find the circumference, okay, or find the diameter. Okay, these are all the first time. Okay, second lesson they will get it. It will be a little bit more complicated. And the third one, it will be a new question type, specifically for one type of questions,